The first thing you do is you have to love music. You know, I think most everybody likes music, but if you really love music a lot and just feel it in your heart, you'll always have that. My name is Lynn Chan. 10 years after I graduated, I began teaching at a school in Boston called the Boston Conservatory. So music for a young child gives them a sense of accomplishment, it gives them a sense of well-being, it gives them self-confidence. And when you grow up with music, particularly if you play music together, they learn how to interact with each other, so they actually become better people. They also develop as human beings. The best music making can affect not only your heart, your mind, but your soul. And it's what makes us feel joy, sadness, laughter. Because all these human emotions come through music. And it's what makes us feel like human. Okay, time to go. Are we starting?
In the next bell, and we play.
Oh, next bell.
We play and then. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you're playing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know how it is, especially with parents, particularly Asian parents. They want their children to go into something that's very practical. So both my parents, my mother and my father, were doctors. So they just assumed that all their children would go into become doctors and go into the medical profession. And I started violin almost by accident. I began piano first. I hated it. So we stopped piano after 6 months. So I tried the violin. And after 3 or 4 months, my teacher said, hey, he's pretty good. He's natural. My teacher wanted me to go to Juilliard or Curtis. But I got into Harvard. And so my parents said, I think we should go to Harvard. And so I actually ended up going to Harvard because, again, I wasn't sure if I actually was going to be a violinist. I still thought, well, maybe I'll become a doctor someday still. So I went to Harvard, and for 2 years, I didn't practice much. I just did pre-medical courses, and I thought, I'd rather just play the violin. So after my second year, I decided I'm going to switch. About that time, my parents said, well, if he does so well on violin, just let him play the violin. A lot of kids who play the violin start from very young, and they're determined to become a violin because they love it early. I didn't decide. I always loved music, and I loved playing the violin, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be a professional violinist, if I was going to be a professional musician, until I was in college.